walang kwenta. Tumigil ka na sa pag-aaral. Sana ikaw na lang yung namatay. Ilan lang po yan sa madalas na lumalabas sa kanilang bibig. Siguro maraming hindi mag-agree sa inyo or medyo tataas yung kilay, ano, sa sasabihin ko. This is a hard to swallow pill na laging sinasabi you have to. Disclaimer. This is a safe space for kwento, advice, and reflection. Pero tandaan, kahit grounded sa empathy at psychology ang mga insights, hindi ito kapalit ng professional help. Kung mabigat na ang pinagdadaanan mo, please reach out to a licensed counselor or a psychologist. I'm here to listen and of course samahan ka sa kwento mo dahil hindi mo kailangang harapin ang lahat mag-isa. Hello everyone, it's been a while. Welcome again to another episode of You Matter Avenue podcast, Unspoken Thoughts featuring Liham Talk. So take note that the letters sent here are anonymously sent by different types of learners that I have handled and also other learners who wish to share what they feel. Okay, so this is a safe space for everyone to express your emotions and have a breather once in a while, aside from academics. So yeah, without further ado, let's start with another letter. Dear Miss B, kumusta po? I just want to open up something very personal kasi I feel like I need someone to listen and understand, kahit saglit lang po. At home, things are really hard for me. My parents often say hurtful words, masasakit na salita na tumatama sa puso ko. Instead of feeling supported, I feel neglected. My emotions don't matter. Parang kahit anong gawin ko, kulang pa rin, and it leaves me feeling empty and unwanted. Walang kwenta. Tumigil ka na sa pag-aaral. Sana ikaw na lang yung namatay. Ilan lang po yan sa madalas na lumalabas sa kanilang bibig. Middle child po ako. Pero madalas akong naiiwan sa bahay para sa mga gawain at pag-aalaga sa mga nakababata kong kapatid. I try to be strong pero minsan hindi ko na po kaya magpanggap na okay lang. Nakakapagod po. I feel like I'm carrying this heavy weight every day and it affects me on how I see myself. Minsan, tinatanong ko yung sarili ko kung deserve ko ba ng kindness or love mula sa ibang tao. May mga times din po na hindi na rin ako pumapasok kasi nawawala na ako ng gana dahil lagi nilang binubuntun sa akin ang galit kapag talo sila sa sugal o di kaya ay kapag nakainom po. Nagsusumbat na po nila ang nabibigay na baon sa akin pati po yung kinakain namin sa bawat araw. Gusto ko na po agad makapagtapos at makapag-work para makabukod na po ako sa kanila. At of course, i-cut off na po sila. Masama po ba akong anak? I'm sharing this with you because I trust you, ma'am. I know you care about your students and I need someone to remind me na hindi ako invisible. Kahit simpleng words of encouragement po, malaking bagay na sa akin. Thank you for taking time to read this, ma'am. Sana kayanin ko pa. Sincerely, Riri. So yeah, that's the heavy letter from Riri. So, does it resonate with you? Kasi medyo maraming issue na pwedeng i-pinpoint natin dito, pero unahin natin yung isang household. Diba? Ideally, it must be a space for our children, our family to express themselves. Pero nagiging rin kasi siya, nagiging pugad din siya ng insecurities na nabubuo sa isang bata. So, for example, yung katulad ng sa situation ni Riri, diba? Let's accept and face the reality na hindi lahat ng parents will be able to give you the life that you deserve. So, yun yung una nating point dyan. And Riri's emotions are valid. Remember, kung gaano ka sakit, yung words pa lang nga, diba, na wala kang kwenta. Sobrang sakit na yun, right? And knowing that she is doing her part, the least that she can do is to do the chores and also alagaan yung mga kapatid niya. I think it's a big help for the family, 'di ba? So her parents, siguro maraming hindi mag-agree sa inyo or medyo tataas yung kilay, ano, sa sasabihin ko. This is a hard to swallow pill na laging sinasabi you have to honor your mother and father. But what if that situation, just like Riri, nagsusugal, nagiinom, pinapagalitan siya, the hurtful words, di ba? Hindi mo na siya maibabalik pa. And you're not doing anything at all para lang ma-feel ng bata na you feel sorry for everything that you have said. Walang ganun eh, di ba? So, nakakalungkot for these children growing up, 'di ba? Even affected yung studies, 'di ba? So, for example, she used to be good in school, pumapasok naman pero later on, 'di ba? Dahil ganun nga yung scenario, sa tingin ba natin magkakaroon pa siya ng drive na pumasok sa school and then makisalamuha sa ibang tao? Eh dun pala nga sa inaakala niya na space for her to express herself ay hindi na niya nararamdaman. Right? So kapag sobrang quote unquote, this is a toxic trait of some Filipino parents na inaakala nila as their children grows up, nagiging extension sila ng mga pangarap na hindi nila nagawa. And they are being given earlier responsibilities na hindi naman talaga dapat shoulder nila. So really, if you're listening right now, please know that we are trying to understand your situation. And I'm wondering, hindi kasi nabanggit sa letter ni Riri kung may mga instances na nasasagot niya na yung parents niya. For example, kapag ganun yung nangyayari. So that is one side that we also have to consider then. Kasi, something might trigger them as well. Baka nasasagot na rin, ano. So, it is not on a nice way then. So, they feel disrespected. So, kaya umantong sa ganun. But, I want also to give you really the benefit of the doubt na you're trying to your best to be as patient to them because sa tone ng letter mo, you're a kind of person who is understanding based dun sa sinend mo na letter. I can feel it. And if that is the situation, 'di ba? Hindi kita masisisi kung in the long run napapaisip ka, what if I tried to pursue another path, makatapos ako, and then magtatrabaho ako, I'll totally cut them off. What's your thought on that? Cutting off connections, specifically sa mga tao na talagang malapit sa'yo. And ito kasi magiging notion. Ito yung nakikita kong notion ng ibang mga makikinig or magiging viewers nito, right? You're going to think you are a bad child. You are wala kang utang na loob. Kasi iiwanan mo sila after all those things na ginawa nila, like they bring you out in this world. And I think that is very illogical because in the first place, these children you're trying to produce, hindi nila hinangad na dalahin mo sila dito sa mundo. Right? And they don't owe you much of that life because in the first place, kayo yung gumawa niyan and you have to be accountable. Right? So I really pity these children brought into the world na hindi nakararamdam ng certain degree of gentleness and also love that they fully deserve, right? So it's very heartbreaking to know that in the situation of Riri, sabi niya nga, she feels like unwanted, unloved. Diba, paano na sa ibang tao pag siya ay nakisalamuhan na? You know how degrading it is na, for example, sa household, you're living in the same roof and then you're trying to degrade the personality of your child growing up. You're trying to make them feel na hindi sila dapat mahalin kasi yun yung pinararamdaman mo verbally, diba? You try to say it to them and also sinasabihin pa, di ba? Yung pangangarap sana, no? Para sa mga anak na dinadala dito sa mundo. Sana magawa iyon ng mga parents na pinili yung decision na yun in the first place. Or kung aksidente mang nangyari, still, you have to be accountable on that because it's your decision, right? It's your pleasure. Na-satisfy yung pleasure nyo na ginawa nyo yun. But, yeah, I can feel the weight of your emotions, really. Like, how do you cope each day, right? So I feel like sana we tend to educate then also the parents. Di kasi natin maiwawaglit din, na kaya siguro ganun sila. Ito yung mga possibilities. They didn't experience a gentle parenting when they were a child. So, pinapasa nila kung ano yung natutunan nila from the earliest stages of their lives. So, when they became parents, di na nila na ma-modify yung traits na yun. So, same parenting style yung gagawin sa inyo. Pero I don't think it's like a license for them to do that way. Kasi meron silang capacity to navigate their own parenting. And if meron silang mga sugat in the past na ginawa ng parents nila or ng mga elderly or adults, they have to end that cycle, di ba? Na sana hindi nila iparanas na sa mga anak nila. And so that when their children grow up rather, hindi nila mararamdaman yung void or yung emptiness, di ba? Na kailang i-fill in pa ng ibang tao na sana nakikita or nararamdaman within the household. So yeah, those are my thoughts when it comes to the parenting of Riri's situation or her parents in general. So baka may na-encounter kayong ganun or kung ganun yung parents nyo, I know it takes a lot of patience, 'di ba, na para pagbigyan sila ng mga chances na magbago and also iparamdam sa'yo that you are their child, their offspring brought into this world who needs love and care. And yeah, I just remember one specific trait in the Filipino culture, and that is meritocracy. Are you familiar with that? I heard it from a content creator and also an author of a book. So he said meritocracy in Philippine society has something to do with families. For example, kung sino yung may laking naiambag sa pamilya. For example, may work na yung anak, o kaya naman nakakapagdala ng pagkain sa hapagkainan. So, di na nag-aaral yan, pinupursue yung ibang path. So, yung mga parents, di ba, parang tinitreat nila as parang saint inside the house and they gave everything that they need. And those children naman, kapatid nila is nagiging neglected na kasi nga, they can only do so little at their young age. So, prevalent yan. And some parents treat their children as investments and also some piggy banks na in the latter part of their lives, aasahan nila to take care of them, di ba? So, nakakalungkot na yun yung reason nila kung bakit sila nag-anak, right? To look for someone who will do the caretaking. And as for me, this is just only my 2 cents. It might be different from yours, but as for me, yeah, and based on what I have heard from the certain stories, just like Riri, the children, yeah, yung mga anak, they also have this right or karapatan din naman to decide on their own, 'di ba? To navigate their own life and at least do something that they love. Yeah, because if you're not trying to oblige them or demand so much from them, it will come out naturally. So, they will help you. Yan, yun nga, yung utang na loob mentality, di ba? Kusang ibibigay yan ng bata. If they can see that they are valued inside the household, di ba? Hindi nila ina-neglect kayo and later on nga, iiwanan. So, if that's the case for you, really, please know that you really have to keep going, just like going to school, di ba? You mentioned you tried to skip classes nga. Yan, dahil may mga responsibilities ka and minsan parang hindi ka functional. So, I get it. That's valid. But since you aim to have a good, decent work in the time ahead, you have the time also to prepare for that. So, to make it a reality, you have to really work hard, and one part of that is valuing education. So, kung for example, yung sinasabi na wag ka na nga mag-aral, 'di ba? So, nakakalungkot that they must build the ambitions inside you, the seeds of ambitions inside your heart, pero hindi nila na ibibigay yun. At least give it to yourself. Yes, you have to be gentle on yourself, knowing that they are not gentle on you. So I just can't imagine how your everyday life looks like kapag kasama sila and also receiving even the panunumbat diba? Kasi I think it's the responsibilities of the parents, for example, to give you the education, or I mean, bigyan kayo ng chance na mapag-aral, bigyan kayo ng baon, bigyan kayo ng makakain, ilalaman sa sikmura, 'di ba? So kung ganyan yung parents na nagiging kapag tumatagal kasi tapos paulit ng paulit cycle na siya, nagiging toxic, right, really, right, my dear viewers? So sana they will also hear the side of this younger generation na nagiging assertive, may lohika, hindi lang panay emosyon, hindi lang panay revenge and revenge culture, and also the utang na loob mentality, but also the accountability of such parents to bring these children to the world and pour the love that they need, not only financially, 'di ba? Pero yung moral sana, yung moralidad, yung integrity ng bata bilang bahagi ng pamilya, sana na-value siya. So kung hindi ganun, yeah, we're trying to call on certain people, certain organizations, and even us in the academe, diba, to also educate our parents na yung gap kasi, diba, the gap is gappening, sabi nga natin mga Gen Z. So I hope they can also recognize some facts na this generation also is becoming and striving to be independent enough and also assertive sa mga nagagawang desisyon. So, we really value naman yung roles na ginagampanan ng lahat ng mga magulang na nagpupursige the best way they know how. Pero yung situation kasi ni Riri, I think iba yun sa majority or sa common stereotype na iniisip. Yan, sasabihin, walang magulang na naghangad ng hindi maganda sa anak. But what if that situation speaks up with Riri? Pwede ba natin yung sabihin sa kanya? That's very hard for her to accept that because it doesn't apply on her. Diba? And yung notion natin na one shoe size fits all, hindi yun. Hindi yun. Kasi, let's all recognize the fact na iba-iba yung dynamics, yung family dynamics na meron tayo. So, as for Riri, I would try to recognize then na sana you will take time to learn more about why they are acting that way. And then I think you're doing your part as the child, all right? You're doing your part as their children. Ngayon, it's up to them as parents to fully realize. But I think it will take a lot of time for them to do so. Diba? So, I think, as you said, words of encouragement will do. But I think I want to also help you to feel like your situation might be different from a lot of teenagers around nowadays. But I want also to recognize the fact na it is trying to prepare you for something greater. I want you to believe on that avenue na in the time ahead, marirealize mo, maybe I experienced this because it's trying to prepare me for something na inakala ko hindi ko kayang gawin. And you will be so proud of yourself. Yeah, you deserve such commendation after all the hardships. And yeah, to those adults, right, to the parents, I hope you will ensure na yung mga batang dinadala natin sa mundo, they will get really what they are ought to have. Yeah. Accountability. Diba? And also, yung pagiging responsive sa needs nila. And if they feel na you're genuine on them, hindi mo kailangang mag-demand sa kanila. You won't command them to do this and that. It will come out naturally. Straight from the heart. So really, please know that you're heard in this podcast, and I'm looking forward to see a version of you that you will be so proud of in the time ahead. So yeah, that's it. That's my 2 cents. How about you? If you were on the shoes of Riri, what will you do? Would you agree with the thoughts that I have? Or do you have other ideas in mind? That might be a point of discussion. So please comment down below in our chat section. So this is it. And I really appreciate the courage of Riri to send her letter. So once again, this is You Matter Avenue, featuring Unspoken Thoughts, Liham Chok. Goodbye, everyone.